Welcome to Zero Credentials. I am Dats with my co-star, who's also a cam girl. Half the time. Six head. Introduce yourself.
Hold on, we do it again because of sound.
Oh my god! No, man.
Do it one more time. That fucking sound. I don't.
Can't, man. That was the only natural one I got out.
Come one more time, bro. Just one more time, please.
Welcome to Zero Credentials. My name is Dats. I'm your co-star. With me joining.
Bro, you did it so
another
perfectly
co-star.
just now. Hold on. Do it one more time. I believe in you.
It's getting difficult as it progresses. Every time I redo it, it gets difficult. No, man, I can't do it, man. Just cut and paste the first
do
two.
it, man. Just fucking do it.
Welcome to Zero Credentials. My name is Dats.
Too fast. Alright.
Fuck you, man.
Alright, fuck it. Let's just go.
Yeah.
It's already recording.
Alright.
Let's just start it, yeah.
Alright. So, first topic of the day. Let's talk about it. There was an announcement PS5 on when? Was it 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Thursday.
Today.
The 11th, right?
Yeah, the 11th. So it was Thursday.
Yeah.
Alright,
So
so
11 live stream.
first of all, what do you think about it?
I mean, think about what exactly the hardware itself, which we didn't get any information on, or the games that are coming out with it. So honestly, I can't comment on the hardware,
That's true.
not yet, anyways. But well, technically we can for how it looks, and it's been getting memed on a lot.
Yeah, I saw a lot of memes on it. It was like, one of those shit. It looks good.
So many memes that. To be honest with you, I mean, let's talk about the looks, because I think we're on that topic. It looks fine to me. It looks pretty good. I don't mind it. Just one thing that I had a question on, to be honest with you, and I think maybe production can comment on this as well. He probably knows more. But it's a standing console. I never had a standing console.
I was going to say that before. There was I believe there was a standing console. Wasn't there like an Xbox that was standing as well, or
like they always marketed it as standing, and the commercial it's always standing. But like I've had my Xbox standing, and I would put a CD in there, and I remember I damaged one of my CDs. So I don't know if it actually works that way. Typically, I keep my Xbox, my PS3, anything, just facing down or...
Yeah, just on the horizontal, basically. Yeah.
But like PS3, PS4 are Blu-ray, right? So I don't think they use like an actual, whatever the CD reader is. So I don't think it matters.
Well, it's, I guess still a CD. I mean, I don't know. But I don't think it should damage it. I mean, that's probably you should reach out to the manufacturer.
I'm not sure. It looks like PS5 for the PS5 production is showing that you can actually even lay it down,
horizontally,
lay it down or maybe standing up. But anyways, I think that just matters based on preference.
I think honestly
you can have it stand it up and...
I think they probably marketed for it to stand up. I guess for maybe cooling purposes, because that's the only thing I can think about.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. Yeah.
Like thermal issues, because I guess to avoid thermal issues, because for most people, I mean, they have it.
That makes more sense. I guess that makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess, what do you think about, like, for example, the games? I wasn't a big fan of the games. I mean, the only exciting...
I like the games. But hold on, we'll get into that just a bit. I was going to talk about, like, what's it called? The way it looks. I actually liked it. It looks pretty nice. It looks... Like production said one time that it looks like Alienware, or I think my brother said that. I'm not even sure.
It does look like an Alienware. Yeah, you're right.
It looks pretty sick. Yeah, but people are like memeing on it that it looks like a fucking router with like a white.
I saw that as well. Yeah.
With like white pieces of paper on the sides. So it looks pretty funny. I'm so surprised that it actually made a digital version or a digital edition just to kind of have like digital.
I think it makes sense in the fact that like how USB-C first came out, where it shifted the world. That's where the world is kind of going now, because to me, I can't tell that like via CD.
You can't. We're not going to have physical CDs, you're saying, yeah?
Exactly, yeah.
Everything's going to be digital. We're going to have digital library.
Correct. So I think the meeting probably was like, let's just make it only digital. And they probably said, you know what? Let's not do that yet. Let's just have two versions of it. And
right.
I think the question that we should probably be like wondering is, what is the cost going to be in terms of like the digital version? Because they're going to have like different hard drive spaces, I'm assuming. Or maybe like a cloud account.
True, yeah.
Maybe they event like a cloud account where you download the games in your cloud, or for some reason you store it somewhere. Yeah. I don't know, but that's the only thing I could think about.
I wonder, production, if you can get the answer for this. But like, if they're taking out the space for the CD, where the CD would go on a digital edition, did they put anything else in there, or is it just left empty? Are they gonna put more storage maybe?
That's a good question because is it like a smaller unit? That's something to think
Okay,
about.
so you're saying it's the same. It's apparently the same then.
Oh, okay. They should have made
Yeah.
it more smaller, but I think one good thing about the
It is a little bit small, yeah.
it is smaller. Okay, but
A little bit, not that much, but again, if you look at the picture that was displayed on the screen right now, like look at it. Like, you see where the CD is on the left side, and where
yeah,
there's no CD area on the right side.
oh,
So
it's
I
more
guess it
slimmer.
is a little bit
Yeah.
smaller.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Smaller.
the only thing I could think about when it comes to
Yeah.
like the marketing aspect is because it's like a white console right now. They're gonna come out with
Hmm.
like a black edition soon because a lot of
Obviously,
people
I would
want the
assume, yeah.
black. Not only controller but the system because it blends in with the furniture. So I
Yeah,
think that's like a
yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
marketing plot as well. But I guess when the time comes, well, what do you think the price is going to be?
I have no idea. I don't know. The PS5 was what, around $500, I think, if I remember
It came
correctly.
out at 499. Yeah, I was talking to my
And then
friend
the
about that.
PS5, I mean, with all its specs and whatnot, I would assume it's probably around maybe 6, 7,
Yeah,
if not more.
one of my friends were saying that it may be 800 minimum,
Probably, yeah, yeah.
which
I
I
would.
don't like see the big deal. I'm not saying it's not expensive. Don't get me wrong, it is kind of pricey.
That's
But the thing is,
expensive as hell, man.
how long does it last for? Like the first one came out when 2013, I think, or 2014, 2012, or 2013. I'm not sure.
What are you talking about? First one, what?
The PS4, sorry, and it lasted for what 8 years.
Hmm.
So I
They
mean,
typically take a long time. I don't. Their lifespans are pretty huge. It's not like they expire fast. It's not like phones where they come out every single year. That
exactly,
doesn't make
yeah.
any sense, right?
So that's what I'm saying. Eight hundred
Uh,
dollars is not that bad. If I mean,
that's
in the
true.
grand
That's
scheme of
true. I guess
things,
you're saying it makes up for it. $800 for another 8 years. That's pretty good.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
bad, yeah. Okay.
What do
So
you
that's how
think?
it looks like. What about the controller? I don't know. People, I've been hearing that it looks weird. Looks fat,
It
big.
reminds me of like an Xbox controller. To be fair with you,
Xbox.
yeah. Like the first Xbox controller.
Mhm.
I could be wrong, but I remember
I
having an
love the
Xbox.
Xbox 360 controller. That controller was
Exactly.
so comfortable.
Yeah,
The PS4 controller is also good. I didn't like the PS3 controller. The PS3 was like small and skinny.
I
It
hated it.
felt just like very tiny. The PS4 controller was nice and sturdy. Like it felt like a brick. But Xbox 360, I think that was probably the best controller. This one, I don't know. It looks okay.
Yeah, decent. I don't like the white color because I mean I don't know. I can speak for myself. When I play,
Hmm.
I my hands get sweaty sometimes and clammy, so I can
Yeah.
imagine
Oh
the
no, no, that's the
dirt.
same. I'm pretty sure it happens to everyone.
So I can imagine
So
like
you're
the
saying it
dirt
collects dirt and like dead skin and everything,
like,
eh?
and debris and shit like that. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. That is true. That is true. But I think it's more noticeable on black controllers compared to white controllers, right?
well, I've only had a black and gray controller, so I mean I could see the residue on the black controller sometimes. So when I clean it
Hey,
off,
exactly. Yeah. I have a white controller right now. To be honest with you, it's in pretty good shape. I don't think. I mean, obviously, I've cleaned it, but like again, I think that's just on the person who's using the controller, right? So if you keep your shit clean, then I don't think it makes any sense or makes any difference.
true. I mean,
I also. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was going to say, yeah, I don't really clean my controllers that often because it's just there. I just play it, so I'm going to be like the average user of this. So
That's a
imagine,
you problem then. Yeah,
sure.
exactly. I was gonna say that I heard that there's a built-in mic in the thing or speaker. Sorry, in the was it a speaker or was it a mic? I don't know what the hell you said,
But
but there was a built-in something in the PS4 PS5 controller. I think it's mic.
must be
So
Mike
you know,
because the PS4 actually has an external speaker. The controller?
correct? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can actually hear shit from it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see.
Built-in
With the
mics, yeah.
built-in what is right there.
Mic and speaker PS5 controller. The only
With
good
built-in mics, yeah. Create button. Okay, sick.
one thing I wish it should have though is like Bluetooth compatibility. So if you have like an external speaker, you could
Mhm.
on the PS4 you have like the 3.5 millimeter that you could connect your regular headphones to. I wish
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
controller itself had like a Bluetooth capabilities where you could actually pair it with another external speaker. So, for example, if you don't want to if you don't want to listen it directly from your TV, you can actually
Yeah.
stream it from either the PS4 or the PS4 controller to an external speaker. I think that would be a good idea.
Wait, hold on. That doesn't make sense to me. You're talking about the mic where you can talk to people using something else, like a
Well,
Bluetooth.
just a speaker actually, because like I could tell you my setup right now is I have a monitor that actually doesn't have an
Yeah,
output for speakers, so I
yeah, yeah,
have to
yeah.
like manually plug in like a headphone into the controller to listen to it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if the controller had the capability of pairing it with another like a Bluetooth pill, like a Beats pill, I should say.
Oh, okay, I
So
see.
you can actually hear from it, or use that
That
as other sounds.
one sounds a bit complicated, but it does. I mean, you can. There's Bluetooth headphones, right, that you can buy. I had a Bluetooth headphone for my PS4
Really, I
where
didn't
you
know
just
that.
plug it in the USB. Yeah, you can plug in the USB the PS4, and then it's just Bluetooth
Also,
with
I
the
guess
headphones.
I guess it's my ignorance because I didn't know that was possible.
No, it is. I mean, you can't connect it to a controller. I don't think that's possible. I don't think I even want that to be possible. I don't know how that would work, but
Oh, so you just connect
again,
it to the PS4 itself, then you play through
yeah,
it.
yeah. The two USB ports right in the
Oh,
front of the PS4. You can just plug it in the Bluetooth headphone,
also it's like a
and it works the
dongle.
same exact way.
Okay, that makes more sense then. Probably I
I
should do
don't
that.
know if it works like in a. I've never had a what is it called, a Beats pill or like a speaker that's Bluetooth.
Yeah.
I don't know if that works. Maybe you could try it out. Maybe if is there like a USB you can plug into something to
No, that's the
make it
thing.
work?
It's just straight wireless.
Oh, okay. So, I see. Okay,
So
never
that makes
mind
more
then.
sense. All right, I guess the next
That's
question
fair.
I wanted to ask about this was, what do you think the advantage is over the, I guess, what we know about the Xbox so far? The Xbox X, I think.
Zero credits at the Xbox. I have no idea. I've not checked the Xbox at all. All I know that it looks like a fucking internet modem. The I don't know if I can say the company name, but the white modems that we have at home that are
Oh,
standing up, the towers. That's
okay,
exactly what it
okay,
looks like.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
I know what you're talking. It's like Hytron though. We could say Hytron because that's
Yeah,
the
there you
manufacturer
go.
one. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know if you can say Hydron either, but whatever.
we said it.
Uh, that's exactly. You said it first, though. We're both
um,
going down. But yeah. That's what I thought about it. I've heard about. I mean, their hardware being good, but apparently the SSD from the PS5. I think that's probably at peak right now.
that's a
That's probably
selling
the
point for
top
sure.
thing right now.
That's definitely the selling point because I was
Yeah.
always thinking, like what is the advantage of like Sony presenting first before Xbox or vice versa? But like in this case, because like I am assuming that Sony is the only one that has this,
Correct. Yeah.
the SSD that they built, right? So
Hardware. Yeah.
hardware, yeah, I forgot the word. So they would definitely have the advantage regardless if Xbox
For
came in
sure.
after.
For sure.
All right, I guess my last question about this was like, what are you most excited for when it comes to the PS5?
We got a lot of games. I actually started writing all the games down. I thought maybe it might be helpful, but I stopped halfway. There was a lot of
There was a
games.
lot of
I
them,
don't
yeah.
know. I can count them on for you right now. Maybe over 20, 30,
Wow. Because I was
or
watching.
somewhere in the 20-30 range.
Because I didn't watch the entire presentation, but I watched like a small clip. I think the company's called The Verge, and they had like a
Yeah.
22-minute clip of it, and they were showing like all the demos that was presented on stage. And the only one that kind of stuck out to me was Gran Turismo. I guess because like I like the car.
Oh yeah, you like
thing.
racing games?
Yeah, but
Racing games.
Gran Turismo is only good when you have the actual car simulation when you're sitting down in the car and driving around. But it's pretty good.
You're talking about the actual wheel. You want the wheel and the brake and stuff?
Yeah, you know that little box that you could actually buy. It's kind of expensive, of course, but I think that's
Way
only.
expensive. No, I don't think anyone want that. I
But
don't think anyone can afford it, to be honest, or want to even afford
I
it.
guess
But
the average user,
yeah.
yeah. But Gran Turismo is definitely the most, I guess, excited one that I saw.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. GTA Online is for free. I
Yes.
think that's when PS5 comes out. GTA Online is for free, so that's gonna gather a lot of people to start playing on the PS5. Because if I remember correctly, when the PS4 came out, I guess my personal opinion was that it didn't have either that many games or that many good games.
Yeah.
So I didn't buy it for the first. I have no idea, maybe a year.
I see.
And then when
the
I
first one came
did
out, but
buy
yeah.
it, I purchased it for The Witcher. I remember I was watching The Witcher's trailer, and I really wanted a game that had like an actual, what's the word? Like a story, a plot, a nice lively environment, like The Witcher. If I
Witcher.
don't know if you've played it, I don't know if production has played it, but
Never heard of it.
that's
Do they have
never heard of it. Wow.
Do they have a Netflix series for that or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same one you're
that's the
telling me
one.
about. The
That's the one.
oh yeah.
That's the one. So the game was obviously pretty good. The books are obviously good as well. That's why they adapted it to a Netflix TV show. But that's why I got it. So I got my PS4 at that time when the Witcher was coming out. I think 2 months after, because I thought it was already out. So I went ahead and rushed it. I purchased it really quickly without doing my research, and then I noticed that it wasn't out. And it was coming out a couple of months after. So I was kind of bummed out. But even then, I still didn't have anything on the PS4. I didn't play anything on the PS4. It was just there
The Witcher.
collecting dust.
Wow. those games I can't buy. I don't know why. Like for example, like the Uncharted.
I love those types
or
of games, man.
the God of War. The reason is because like once you beat it, there's no more to it. You know, besides playing
But
it on like
that's
on
the
the
point, though.
difficulty.
The point is the story. You don't play the game for like anything else. I mean, there's collectibles and like achievements and whatnot, but the story is why you're actually purchasing it, right?
Well, the thing is
So
why I say that is because like I'm more of like a multiplayer kind of guy
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
terms of like I
yeah.
buy like the FIFA or the Call of Duty because you could
Mhm.
always play it over and over and get like different dynamic or different output in scenarios.
Correct, correct. No, same thing with Witcher. I think Witcher is also pretty much like a lot of differences in it, like the story, because you have multiple choices when you're interacting with something. You have
Oh, so
choices
if you have like
of
aim,
going through different routes.
oh, okay, I
Yeah.
got you. Okay,
So
okay,
that's I guess that can extend the playability of the game. But again, yeah, it's not compared to like multiplayer games. Obviously, it's a story game.
I see.
So the games that are coming out for it that I'm most likely excited about is Spider Man.
I saw
I
that as
love the
well. That
Spider
was
Man
pretty
games.
good. Yeah.
There's another one. I think it's called Returnal. It looks a lot like Death Stranding. It gives you the Death Stranding vibes. I don't know. Again, I don't know if you guys know about Death Stranding, but that was a
Nope.
game that I liked a lot.
Never. Is that like
So
a sequel to something or is that like a brand new game?
it's a brand new game. It's a brand new game by a brand new
Company?
developer. But
Yeah.
again, it had a lot of Death Stranding vibes. I think it's what is it called? I don't know if we could see it. It's based on H.P. Lovecraft type of game. H.P. Lovecraft. I guess production can show it to us. I don't know if I can explain it properly. Bloodborne, but Bloodborne. That was a tongue twister.
I heard butt
But
and blood. I'm like, where this
Blood,
is
Blood,
going.
Bloodborne was an H.P. Lovecraft type of game.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
That's what Returnal is about. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Returnal.
Yeah. So yeah, Gran Turismo 5, Ratchet and Clank, Project Athia, Stray. Those are like smaller stuff, I guess.
All right, cool. I think we're spending too much time on this topic. By the way, we should move on.
Oh, wait, hold on.
My bad, my
Hitman
bad.
3, and what's it called?
Hitman 3 was
biggest
good.
one that I'm-
Hitman series was actually good. That's one game I used to play when I was younger. To be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah.
I used to be
Hitman
scared of that
Hitman's
game
good.
for some
Although
reason.
I've never played it as much as I should have.
No, I used to play
Hitman
that
3
and
is
Ghost
good.
Recon a lot. I remember used to being scared of those games, like even like Tomb Raider for some reason.
Yeah.
Bro, when it comes to these like horror movies, I always watch it in the games, but I'm like such a
Yeah.
bitch when I play and like listen and watch it because like I don't know, it's like a thrill to actually see what's going on, but like I'm not watching it full screen, for example, or you know I'm on the phone talking to somebody.
Really?
I'm dead serious. Or somebody has to be there
What?
when I watch it.
But these games are not even like horror games though.
Bro, I can't even play God of War by myself. The other day,
What? God of War is all action.
The other day I was playing Call of Duty the campaign mode, and I swear to
Yeah.
God I was like scared. I don't know why I'm like such a pussy.
No. I think it's a different type of scare. I think it's just more. I don't know. I don't think it's scary, but
It's a
I think
suspense,
it's
I guess.
more-
Like you don't know what to expect.
I guess so. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
these games, like, they have like the sound in the background where you know
Yeah.
it creeps you out or freaks you out.
And then on the topic of I guess horror, we also got another Resident Evil game, Resident Evil
Yeah,
8.
I didn't see that one. Well, I didn't take.
It was all the way at the end. It was all the way at the end.
I was never into these games. I don't know why. These like Final Fantasy looking games, never.
These are story games. You play these for the story.
I hated these games.
Oh,
Like,
look, I get. Yeah, she does have a spirit then.
like my roommate, he plays Zelda sometimes. Bro,
Yeah.
for the life of God, I don't know how people play that game. But I'm not knocking it because, of course, it has its customers. But Jesus Christ, I can't
Yeah.
play those games.
Bro, you're very specific though. I mean, like you like Call of Duty, you like FIFA, but you don't like League of Legends though, because that's also multiplayer and it's competitive.
I only play that because of you guys. That's I hate League of Legends.
Yeah. So I guess it is what it is. But that's PS5. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that. What's the release date, by the way? I don't think we got a release date.
They said 2020. Well, I don't know if they said it this presentation, but they
think
definitely
fall,
said 2020.
maybe.
But they're gonna do it before Christmas because that's when people like, for example, Apple, those big companies make the money because of the fall season through Christmas.
Oh, I see. Friggin' hey, man. That's crazy. That's like a crazy marketing technique, to be honest with you. Like, you're not gonna have everyone like spend like $2,000 because there's a new iPhone coming out, a new console coming out, there's hardware coming out for your PC. They're gonna actually separate it out, so this way that people are
Exactly, because I mean that's
dropping money, but they're not expecting to drop that much. Because
think of it this way. I mean, I want a PS5, but chances are, if you're gonna, I'm not gonna personally buy it, but it would be a good gift, right? So that's all. That's what the psychology behind it is. It's a good gift. So people would rather
I
gift
guess so,
it
yeah.
rather than.
No. I was saying I was looking at it more at a marketing term, but like the gift, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Okay, moving on. Let's go to our next topic. What is our next topic?
I wanted to talk about, like, for example, culture. So I don't know if you, I guess you may not use Twitter that often or Instagram or whatever, but
No,
like I
not
don't
at
tweet
all.
that often, but I don't even tweet whatsoever, but I do read a lot, right? So
I read about these stuff like the J.K. Rowling's,
yeah,
what's going on right now, but like I don't. It's not something that kind of
interest you, I guess.
interests me. There you go. So I don't click on it. I just kind of move on to the next one. But you could explain. I'll ask questions.
Yeah, for example, like as you mentioned, the J.K. Rowlings and the Drew Brees, and even like Kanye West and Kevin
What
Hart.
did she say, by the way, J.K. Rowling? Because I also saw that. What's it called? I forgot his name, man. God damn it. What's Harry Potter's name?
What's his name? I don't know. Yeah, she made a Harry Potter series, right?
Shit. No. I'm talking about the actor. Oh my lord.
I know Emma Watson. That's the only one I know through that.
No. I'm talking about the guy. Wait, hold on. I'll search it up quickly. But
But she
whatever.
said
Like, he
something
said
about that
something,
affected
right?
like the
Or
LGBTQ community. And,
Daniel Radcliffe. Holy moly. There you
yeah,
go.
that's his name. Yeah, that sounds Scottish. But anyway, she said something about the LGBT community, about something offensive, I guess, and she had to retract her statements, and everyone was like saying, "Hey, she's gonna be canceled. I mean, what she did was foul, this and that." But what I'm trying to get at is, people make mistakes. I'm not advocating what she said whatsoever because I have no idea what she said, but
Yeah.
she's like one of maybe 10 people within the last month that said something like ridiculous, and people are like, "Yo, let's cancel this person and go back to their old tweets and say, hey, this is what kind of person they are." And it's like
Yeah.
a week after, 2 weeks after, people forget. So like,
What do you think? I mean, like, do we live in a society where people are too sensitive, or I don't know?
I think nowadays,
Like,
yes, people are too sensitive because I mean,
let's see what she said first. Like, if it actually like affects us in any way.
the thing is, I mean, I'm not a
Um,
part of the LGBT community, so I can't really say that what affects people or what people should be offended by. So
that's true.
I don't really want to get into that, to be honest. So I mean, if
Okay.
somebody's offended by something, there's
Fair
no
enough.
way I'm going to say, hey, you can't be offended. But if you ask me, the question is like, if people are now too sensitive, I would say this era that we're in, because everything is so much on social media, and
Yeah.
people are going to try and find a reason as to find you should be perfect. For example, everyone wants you to be perfect.
Correct. Yeah.
The biggest one I would say that I guess I think I could be wrong, but like for example, I remember Kevin Hart was supposed to like host the Oscars, and I mean I find the guy funny. I don't really know him personally, of course. So, I mean, of course, he has his own
Right.
issues, but like they went through a tweet maybe 10 years ago through his Twitter feed, and he said something I guess offensive to the LGBTQ community as well.
Oh, so they pulled that out, eh?
Exactly. So I mean, yes, he was wrong for tweeting that, of course, 100%. But like, people do evolve, people do change. So it's like, where is that
Correct, yeah.
limit, or where's that barrier of acceptance? Where yes, you made issues in the past, but like in the future, does it affect you what you did? I mean, I guess a criminal record is one thing, but like a tweet, I don't know. I just think it's kind of ridiculous that people on like social media will like ban you just for saying something by mistake, or don't. But that's just my opinion of it. Like, I don't condone what he said, because what he said was absolutely offensive, but I just like wonder, like,
What did he say? Do you remember?
I definitely know, but I can't say it. I mean, that's for you to Google. But he dropped the F word, not
Oh, I
fuck,
see.
but the offensive one. And as I said, that's 100% wrong to do. Can't use that word nowadays, or you shouldn't be using it whatsoever. But end of the day is like, he said
Okay.
it 10 years ago, and his personality doesn't seem that way now. And I think what ended up happening was he apologized maybe 2 or 3 times, and they were basically saying that for him to host the Oscars, it would be a case where he needed to come publicly one more time and apologize. But he basically said, you know what, this was 10 years ago, I apologized so many times, I'm not going to do it again for you guys, because yeah, it is what it is. I said what I said, and it was a mistake, of course, but like, that should not affect today's day, right? Today's world. And this happened like maybe 2 years ago, actually. So I'm just saying that was one specific example that stood out. And the most recent one was, I guess, Drew Brees, which is like an NHL player.
Yeah,
Basically, was talking about the whole Black Lives Matter and why he says the flag. I mean, not to get into politics, but the whole aspect of like retracting your statements. So whatever he said was completely wrong as well. But like,
yeah.
where does the line go? Like, should you say something and apologize after and people forget it, or should you just not use the platform whatsoever?
I see. Okay, well, that's that. All right. So we gotta be careful on what we say right now. Then
I guess it was me getting off my chest,
20,
right? Yeah.
30 years later, that's probably the best option. Okay, cool.
All right, cool. I know we're beat for time, but I guess let's talk about two more things. Let's see, where did production go? This guy took a piss and left. I'm just playing. Yeah. I guess my next question was actually, where do donations go? I guess in today's era, well, not today, but like what's going on now in the world with the protests and shit like that. You see so many people like putting up like GoFundMe and different organizations.
Did you get the answer for it? Yeah, because that was probably the question, yeah, right? So if we donate, exactly where does that money go and what does it go for, right? Like people are protesting. Does it go for, I don't know?
So that's water? The thing. Like I don't know myself. Like I always wonder, like if it's an organization, if it's charity, who gets paid? Somebody must get paid before the money distributes itself.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for example, I saw, like, a tweet by The Weeknd. He said that he gave almost $500,000. It didn't almost, but it was definitely $500,000. Mm-hmm. 200 to two different, what do you call it, organization, then another 100 to another one. And, I'm wondering where this money goes. And on the flip side is, like, there's a guy called Virgil Abloh who is, like, the fashion designer for Louis Vuitton. And he donated $50. And people wanted to cancel him as well because, for example, his net worth is maybe like $20 million US or something, and they gave him shit for donating $50 US.
So, sorry, wait, who was it?
His name is Virgil Abloh, VIRGIL ABLOH.
He donated only 50.
Yeah.
$50.
$50, yeah.
Oh, I see.
So people were giving him shit because, like, they were wondering, he's worth much more than that. Why not donate more? And I see both sides. Maybe I'm, maybe more understanding, but like, he didn't have to donate anything to begin with, if you get what I mean.
True. It's a donation, right? So I guess it's not really
significant because
it's for a cause, yeah. But obviously, it's up to you to go and decide if you want to donate or not, right? Exactly. I think that's some mindsets.
So I mean, what do you think? Like, if somebody's worth $100 million and donated $50, would you like think differently?
I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna go and fuss over it. You got to be humble about it, right? So even $1 is probably good enough. That's the mindset you got to go into it. It's donation. You're expecting people to not donate, and so when they do donate, even if it's $1, that's fine.
That's how I see it as well. Be grateful because, like, I mean, I'm not the most spend-worthy person. Like, I'm more reserved when it comes to spending money, as you probably know. But like, you don't know what else responsibilities someone has. So this guy, you could read all you want. He has like millions of dollars or whatever. But if that's what he feels comfortable giving, that's what it is. And technically, he doesn't even have to give anything.
Exactly. Okay, well, that's there for the donations. All right, let's take some questions from production. Then I guess we can go and answer those questions if we can. Then obviously call it a day.
Yeah. Shit. We have been going on for quite some time right now. Production, are you there?
Yes, your question today is...
All right, so for those who didn't hear the question was, my girlfriend wants to fuck other people. What should I do?
All right, so let's just kind of understand the information around it. So she wants to fuck other people, but does she still want to keep this guy? Because she's asking for an open relationship, then, right?
I think I see it now. So actually,
or does she want to dipset and just kind of move on from this guy?
Yeah. So I guess we didn't read into it, but ideally she's getting married and she wants to have sex with other people before they get married. So she wants to know if it's okay for her.
Say word. Wait, so she wants to get married to this guy and fuck other people?
Yeah, well, she's going to get married, right? But she want to have sex before she goes. She gets into it.
Wait, what? Repeat that. So she wants... Okay, so she wants to have experience is what you're saying.
Basically,
Before
so maybe
married.
she's like, have been with this guy for, the entire relationship or
Yeah,
entire of her adult life,
yeah, yeah,
and she wants to
yeah.
explore other opportunities before she gets married, just to see what's like. Maybe that's what I get from
Okay.
the question. I mean, that's what it
Yeah,
looks
all
like.
right. Your production give us a fucking answer. This guy just left the building.
I know he is like, yo, this is a question. Get the fuck out of here. I gotta go.
All right, man. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think about open relationships, man? That shit's a no go for me, fam. Right there, straight answer.
I guess the thing is, if you went in the relationship knowing that it's an open relationship, that's a different
Yeah.
story. But if it's a case where, she's going to get married and she just wants to like have one last fling, I guess, of course I'm going to say no to it. But it's like, if you don't get caught, I mean, that's just you, right? So
Come on, man.
the
What's
reason
wrong
why
with
the reason why I
this
say
fool?
like this is because
If you don't,
there is like a bachelor party and there's a bachelorette
yeah.
party. So who knows what's happened at the bachelorette parties most times, right? Like from the videos I've seen, people get
Jesus,
like
my God. Yeah, y'all need Jesus, fam. 100%. That shit's whack. That shit ain't that. Yo, listen, man. You're getting married for love, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
Not to like, I'm gonna marry this guy because I don't know, he's good looking and he's got fucking money, so I can be stable. But you're marrying for love. That's what I would assume marriage is. But like,
that's what it
yo,
definitely is. Don't get me wrong, but
that's
like,
crazy. What the fuck?
well,
So
people
people do actually do that. Have you ever heard stories about like bachelorettes and bachelors? I don't know, some crazy shit.
100%. What the fuck are you talking about? All the time.
Really?
Yes, all the time. I mean,
This is all news
It-
to me, fam.
this
I have
is
no idea.
this is especially. I mean, I could speak for a guy, but especially with like bachelor parties.
Yeah.
Not that, and I'm going to preference this. I've never taken part of it. I have no idea who does this, by the way. But this,
So you're assuming that right here, all the information
but
you
this
give
for
me.
sure happens 95%. I'm definitely convinced.
This is the blind sheep leading another blind sheep
I
right here.
know.
Zero creds.
But
That's what it is.
but definitely, I mean, yeah, this happened. I would assume mainly with guys as well because, male ego, I guess, whatever, and peer pressure with friends as well, saying, "Hey, you're gonna go out and get married, just have one last fling." But 100% this happens all the time. So I would think for the girl, the
Yeah.
girl being, I guess, honest to tell him that she wants to do this.
Mm.
I have to side with the girl on this because she's upfront and honest, and they're gonna get married at the end of the day. I don't know the whole situation with the couple, but
Oh no, man! Oh the fuck no! Get the fuck out of here! Your mom would slap the shit out of you if she heard you saying all this.
Don't get me
shit.
wrong. Hold on, let me say
So
this.
you
Let
would
me
be
say,
okay. You would be okay if you want to marry a girl. And then
that's a
she
different
actually wants to
question.
go and fuck around a little bit.
That's a different question. If it was my girlfriend, fuck no, no way, no
So
way.
you respect other girls doing it, but if it's your girl, then no, that.
No, what I'm trying to say is I'm an understanding guy. I understand somebody else's
fuck
situation.
up.
If it's my situation now, hell no. I mean,
Oh
it's
my
biased,
God.
but fuck no, I'm not doing that.
So that's the answer for that. She wants to fuck around other people. Yeah, she belongs to the streets. That's it. There you go. Find the
There you
next
go.
one. All right, next question. What was the other one?
There's another question here where it says his girlfriend lied about like her body count, and he's upset because I guess she lied about how many people that she had slept with.
I'm upset. Yeah, that's true.
It,
Damn, man.
my thing is as well is like, how long is this relationship for, and when did she tell you? If it's a case where in
Correct,
the first
yeah.
week, of
Do we
your-
have the thread? This is based off, right? So do we have the thread? Maybe we can pull it on, and if there's more information, we can base off our answer off that.
No, this is a question that somebody actually sent in to us. It's not from just putting that out there.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever sent this, then. All right. Well, that's your question. Okay. I mean, okay. So let me ask you then. Okay. So what do you think about body counts? And obviously, if maybe like I think it makes sense if she lied in the beginning of the relationship, like she said like fucking 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then like later on you find out it's actually more than that. It's like fucking 50 or 70. Yeah, that would make sense. Obviously, I would be mad as well. But I mean, if she straight up tells you right in the beginning that I've had like more than 50 people, 100 people, what do you think?
So I look at it two ways, right? So the first situation is what you said, right? If she mentioned it's
Let me make it a bit more difficult for you. Imagine she's like the perfect girl. I don't know, like Rihanna.
if it's
Yeah.
like a perfect girl, perfect attributes or whatever.
Okay.
Honestly, I end of the day, it wouldn't matter to me. The only time it would make a difference, because I was saying there's going to be two differences, right?
Yeah.
If it's a case where she did say in the first week, she had like 5, and if it's been maybe 70 at, you know, maybe month 3 or month 4, that's a completely different story. But if it's
Correct,
5
yeah.
versus 15, I don't care. If you get what I mean. I don't. That doesn't matter whatsoever.
Oh, what a guy! What a kind and gentle soul.
But and
Sound like a bitch.
but I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, the thing is, once you go in the
Nah, fuck
relationship,
with you. Yeah.
once you
That's
go in the
true.
relationship, of course, you're not gonna, you know, immediately get tested. But after like maybe 3-4 months, if you're tested and you're clean, I mean, at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. But someone's history though does show something, because like
Yeah.
you sleeping with like 100 people, that's different from you sleeping with 5 people, right? So I'm not
Correct,
here to
yeah.
I'm not here to judge anyone, because you know you have your life to live. But if you slept with
Exactly.
100 people, I could probably get a better understanding of what I'm going to get myself into. For example,
Correct. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
And I mean,
well, I mean, like,
what
I
do
don't
you think?
know.
Yeah.
If this person, this question, like say if this person has been with the person for like about 3-4 years and then they figured out about the body count, obviously she actually wants to settle down, right? Because 3 to 4 years is quite a lot of time, right?
Yeah. Even
But-
2-3, yeah. You're right. 3-4 is good. Yeah.
So I don't know, because some people have a change of heart, right? So they can, you know, they can go have a, I don't know, fucking 200 body count, but then obviously they can, you know, just try to settle down with someone they actually love.
A change of vagina, but
Because we don't know what fucking love is, and I don't know how it works. I don't think anyone does, but obviously it's there.
oh, I guess.
Oh, shut the fuck up! You sound like a bitch.
I guess the last question I'll ask you is, what is a
Yeah.
high number for body count? I'll ask you that question.
Listen, man. Listen.
It's a serious question. I'm asking you right now.
Yo, we come from a strict family, fam. I don't want nothing. Zero.
Zero. God damn, this guy wants a virgin.
Yeah, man. What you talking about, fam? We gotta praise the Lord. We on the path of the Lord, man. We can't go straight from that, fam. So that
Yeah.
is Jesus Christ.
Don't ask me that question, please, because I have a completely different answer for that.
Don't worry, I won't. We'll skip on it. All right, so that's it. We'll end the podcast right here. I think that we talked a lot about everything. PS5, fucking cancel culture. Although we didn't get that much information on it. And hopefully we answered those 2 questions. Although we fucked around too many times with those
Sure.
questions. I don't know if any answer came out of it, but
And production, I have nowhere where he went. He said he went to feed
production
his
dips
dog
out
or
of the
something.
building. He took that early leave, you know.
know,
He gave it
Jesus.
himself.
I know. But yeah, guys,
So-
thanks for listening. It was I don't know what you gained from this, to be honest with you, but I mean, if you
Let's
did listen
go.
to the end of it, we appreciate it. Peace.
Welcome to Zero Credit. This is what it is. Zero Credentials. We just talk about all the bullshit that we can. And obviously give our opinion if we can. And that's it. Yeah, that's that.
All right, guys.
Let's
See you
close
next
it.
week. Peace.
Peace.